Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression and mental issues. We'll help you use your insurance to get away from it all to a beautiful, sunny, and tranquil vacation-like environment so you can recharge yourself. And with a Family Medical Leave Act, you could take the time off you need from work. Plus, with the Affordable Care Act, your treatment could be 100% covered. If you're suffering from any kind of anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem, use your insurance and get away from it all. Come to sunny California. Call Insight Mental Health and Wellness now. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. That's 800-419-0287.
Alrighty, everybody. Good morning. It's Saturday morning here on WRMN 1410 AM here downtown Elgin at Studio 14. I am David Tees, and this is the first episode of Tea Time with David Tees. This is actually going to be a whole summer long fun every Saturday morning of golf. So anybody want to do a golf clap? Because I'm doing my golf clap right now. Anyhow, this show is actually here at downtown Elgin. We are going to be having fun this summer. We are going to do reviews of golf courses. We'll talk about golf courses. I'm going to play at golf courses throughout the summer. I'll be reaching out to them and saying, hey, I'd like to come and play your golf course and review your golf course and then talk about your course and then give you guys reviews. There's a lot of courses throughout Illinois and the Fox River Valley. A lot of great courses, by the way. I do like to play golf. Not only are we just going to talk about golf courses, we're also going to talk about golf simulator places. It's still cold. Golf season isn't really into the swing yet, except for just this week where we had some really nice weather. I saw people out there golfing, driving around, having fun. Wish I was one of them. Just didn't have time. That being said, God bless them. You guys got to get out in February, mid-February, to play a little bit of golf. Who can actually say that in Northern Illinois? There have been times where we had a day in like November or December where it was a beautiful day, and there are some courses that are open year round, but not too many. But it was great. I actually got to see the people out there. So then you got the golf simulators out there with the cold weather. So there are places like Top Golf. It's like an indoor outdoor driving range with restaurants and food into there, and they're located throughout this Fox Valley area. And then you also have another place, I don't have the name yet, but they're open in St. Charles. And then you got X Golf, which is locations in a couple other different places, which is a new one at St. Charles. But yeah, X Golf is another indoor golf simulator with I don't know if they got food, but I know they got a full liquor bar at the one in Algonquin, which is in the Algonquin Commons. So that is. And also, too, we're going to talk about golf products, golf balls, golf clubs, shoes, gloves, novelty golf heads. Maybe we'll have a day where you can send in pictures of your novelty golf club cover of your driver, something like Tiger Woods had the tiger on there. I have the Fighting Irish Notre Dame guy on my driver. We'll talk about some of the bad days I have golfing, some of the good days I have golfing. I'm not a professional golfer. And maybe we will get some golf pros to come in here and give you guys some tips. That would be a really good thing to do, I think. We're going to bring in manufacturers. We're all going to say, hey, let's have some fun this summer and learn your products, learn your courses, and all that stuff. And as we're talking about it right now, if you guys want to call in, you can call in. I will answer the phones. You can call in at 847-931-1410, or you can text us at 505 why am I losing? 926-1410. Or you can make a comment on YouTube if you're watching it live on YouTube. If you have any questions and all that good stuff. Now, one of the things that is coming up that I want to tell you, which is going to happen and start next week, the Chicago Golf Show will be February 27th through March 1st in Rosemont at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center here. Save some green. That's funny. Save some green. Swing into spring with the best deals of the season. Now, if you want to look it up, you can look up. Oh, they're featuring special guests. Ooh, this is a good one. Tom Bubby and Broders and Hawk Haney. Never heard of him, but Hawk Haney looks like an older guy. But yeah, they got you could go online and hit this, look it up on Google or something like that, and just see the times when they open, ticket prices. I'll pull up the other side of this here. Score great deals on golf equipment, catch weekend headliners, which the two guests I said. Win big with the Chicago District Golf Association. Sink the longest putt for a chance to win getaways, gears, and more. Take your best shot at 80 foot, not inches, 80 foot. Longest putt opportunities benefiting the CDGA Foundations for a chance to win a Tullymore Resort and Stay. Let's try this again. Tullymore Resort Stay and Play package. So that's out of there. Free swinging and putting lessons. Free golf from Golf Vision. So, hey, it's got a little bit of everything there for you. I've gone to it a few times. All this and so much more. Visit ChicagoGolfShow.com. ChicagoGolfShow.com, or follow it on Facebook or Instagram. I've gone to this a few times, and this is it's a great event. I like it. It's not too far. It's right down by, Rosemont isn't that far, right down 90. And go check it out. Check out the new stuff, the new equipment out there. There's a lot of new stuff coming out here I like. So, but golf is not cheap, but that's why I'm going to be reaching out to some courses around here. Like, for example, I saw at Genius George Rally's Celebration of Life on Wednesday. Good friend of mine, owner of Golf Club of Illinois in Algonquin, Tim Schneider, and he's got his brother too, Tom Schneider. Known him for a long time. They also manage Streamwood Oaks and Streamwood, but Golf Club of Illinois is in Algonquin, right off of Lake Cook Road. It is a nice course, great clubhouse into there, and great people to work with. They have banquets and weddings there too. But this course is one where I have my golf outing at every year. They actually take care of us, and they're great guys. It's got a challenging course. They actually have, I think it's whole. Let me go back in my head, because a lot of courses I can remember where they're at. Let's see. So you got 10, I think, hole 11. It's like a 600 and something yard par 5. It's a tough, long hole. And they got challenges, waters, a couple of water holes. Not a lot of trees at the first beginning. I think it used to be a links course, and now it's they're trying to change it, but you got to grow some more trees. It's tough to find your ball in links courses. So that being said, and then we're going to go through some actually really cool courses throughout the area, like your 9-hole courses, public courses. There are some country clubs that are all over the place. I mean, I'm looking up right now. Course tours of Fox Valley golf courses. You could go online and find a lot of deals here with that. Here, let me just click on this one here. Find your golf courses, book, schedule, rating, details, experience. Let's see. Let me find out another one. Fox Valley Golf Guide. View. Golf, Wisconsin. Oh, that reminds me. There are some really nice courses in Wisconsin. For a fact, we go up to Lake Geneva a lot. We have places up there. The Grand Geneva is a very nice course up there. Spectacular. I like it. Then you got Hawksview, which is the course up in there too at Lake Geneva. Two very beautiful courses. So if you're up at Lake Geneva, at the Grand Geneva, you could do golf package if you look up on there at the grandgeneva.com. You can actually turn around and get yourself a nice package for the weekend up there and enjoy stuff up there. Here's another one too. I played this just about 2 years ago. This course here, it's hard to get a tee time there, especially during the weekdays, because they have so many what do they call it, members or guys that are sitting there. Bartlett Hills Golf Club, which is in Bartlett, 800 West Onedin Avenue in Bartlett. Right now, they actually let's see, 4 point. They got 4 out of 5 reviews. Anyhow, look at this up here. You got to get into directions. I mean, if you go on sites like I'm doing right now, you can do that. I got a big map here. Let's click in another one. Bartlett Hills is come a long way. It's a pretty old golf course too, by the way. I like playing there. It's got this challenge. It's got this trees. It's a course that I haven't played there for quite a long time. I got a chance to play there, excuse me, about 2 years ago. Another one, which is open year-round, by the way. This one here, St. Andrews Golf and Country Club, which is located at 2241 Route 59 in West Chicago. So you just take, from Elgin, you take 20 to 59 and you head south. St. Andrews actually has two 18-hole courses. So 36 total holes. They actually, looking at this right now, directions. I don't know if it's going to say if they're open right now, but I do know that you could play there year round. Their website, you just go, which is actually a little different. It's www.pioneergolf.com. St. Andrews. And they got a Scotland under there. That's another great course there too. Let's go down to, I played that. It's been a long time since I played it. That's one of my courses that I'm going to hit this year. So I like playing there. When you haven't played a course for a long time, it's kind of fun to go back. Let's go to another one here, which is actually, to me, this is going to be a challenging course. We used to have our Living a Man triathlon there every year. That is Streamwood Oaks Golf Club. That is in Streamwood. That is actually 565 Madison Drive in Streamwood. It's a 9-hole public course. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. This course here, if you've never played it, the first 2 holes are going to make or break your game. Why? Because of the challenges that those 2 first holes actually present to you. Like the first hole is a dog leg. You got to get that drive. You got to carry it past the trees, and then you got to turn right, pretty much 90, 60 degrees. You got to clear that marsh. Got to clear the trees. You don't want to carry too far. Go over to the cart path and into the woods. So it is a challenging. And then you got to take that second shot, depending on where you're at. You have to turn around and land it on that green. You got marsh to the right of it, a little bit in the front of it. Big cattails, and then you got a sloping green, which actually, if you're looking at the hole, it will slope from left to right, downwards. And it's a pretty sloping, good green. It's a challenging. If you're high, just barely tap that ball and watch it just take off on you. If you're low, then you got to push it up there. And, I shouldn't have to tell you the challenges of putting. But, yeah, that first hole, man, it could break you. And then the second hole is another par 4, they're both par 4s, is pretty much a lot of trees to your left-hand side, open space, but, man, if you stay a little bit to the right side of the cart path, there's water there, and you will carry into that water. So it's a narrow fairway, but you, once again, got to get that monster drive. If you don't get that monster drive, I mean, you got to carry, I would say, at least about 260, 280, just to see the peak of a little bit of a dog leg to the left to get to the green. Sometimes this hole is better off just to take the bogey or the par. If you could just get it up there, lay it up, get on the green, take the par or the bogey, that will work out good. And then the third hole is great. The fourth hole, that's another tough hole, surrounded by trees and marsh. It's a par 5. It makes it very tight. But the course is tough. It is challenging for 9 holes. Another one here, too, is in Elgin, and it is not too far from my house, the Highlands of Elgin. I like this course. It is challenging. It's right off of 875 Sportsway in Elgin, which is off of McLean Boulevard. Once again, this course is a beautiful course. When you're by the clubhouse, beautiful clubhouse too, with a restaurant in there called the Grumpy Goat, which is great food. It's a beautiful clubhouse. Driving range, they have a driving range there. You could actually go to the driving range anytime you want throughout the day and at night. I don't know what time it closes. I don't have that site there. It says closes at 7 p.m. But with I think the course closes at 7 p.m. But the lights with the driving range, I don't know that there. So maybe it's 7 p.m. But that being said, this course here it's got its challenges. It's started out as a links course, and then they kind of like got rid of the tall grass on the hills on both excuse me, right and left side. And because a lot of people, when you shoot your ball into tall grass and you're digging around for it, it takes a long time. You got golfers behind you, and then you got to take that drop. It's frustrating. Nobody wants to take that drop. But then again, how are you going to shoot it out of the tall grass like that? So when you get the grass up to your knees, a lot of people know about that. It's a great course, reasonably priced. Then they have also actually Elgin has 3 courses. The second one is Bowes Creek. Bowes Creek is a spectacular course. Another beautiful clubhouse. Bowes Creek, it's got some challenges. It's tough. I struggle there sometimes on some of the holes. A lot of people do, but it's a beautiful, beautiful course, beautiful clubhouse. That's another place that's right off of Bowes Road. If you west of Randall Road, reasonably priced. Once again, I said, and they got food and all that stuff in there. Check those 2 Elgin courses out. And then the last one is Wing Park Golf Course, a 9-hole public golf course. And they're building a new clubhouse there. It's the old clubhouse. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I've heard rumors it's going to be like a canteen or something like that. But they are building a new clubhouse. You should drive by there off of Wing Street if you're familiar with Elgin and check out the new clubhouse that they're building. This course is history. This course has a lot of history. It's really, really old. I think somebody told me it's like the second, third oldest 9-hole public golf course there. I played this course since I was very young. It's tight, short, small greens. It's not like big greens onto there. So it makes that kind of a challenge. They have a par 5 that you can't see the ball, nor can you see it on your second shot. You got to ring a bell and after you get down after your drive, so people know you're not down there. And that is a long par 5 there too. This course, I remember golfing there a lot every Sunday with Don Petuznik and Les Jones and David Petuznik. But then David left, so I started golfing with Sam there. We would play on Sunday mornings. Friendly game of procs or bingo, bango, bongo for some money, quarters, make it interesting. And one day it was a windy day and we were sitting there. We got to the tee box on the second hole. There used to be 4 white oak trees that would sit there on the tee box or next to the tee box. If you're in the tee box, you're teeing off there. It's on the right-hand side. And I'll tell you what, we were sitting there. We all teed off. We started walking away from the, from the tee box, and also we heard crack, boop. One of the trees literally fell down onto the tee box right where we were sitting, because the trees around that course, they're old. They're really old oak trees. Like I said, the course, it's a very old course, and there's tournaments there that are there, and they have the Elgin Classic at the Highlands, I believe it is, and then at Wing Park they have some type of tournaments that go on to there. I know Pat Fellows plays that course a lot. I know Steve Thorne plays that course a lot. It's not too far from Steve, and Steve's father played that course a lot. His father is I heard was a great golfer, and had some course records. Played a lot at the Elgin Country Club, which is a private club. I got to play there with Steve about 2 years ago. First time I ever got to play the Elgin Country Club, and it was an honor and it was a privilege. It was a beautiful, beautiful hard course. Wasn't on my game that day because sometimes when you go to a new golf course, oh God, I got to talk about this course. When you go to a new golf course, you're not familiar with the layout. When you play like I did in my league at Pinecrest and Huntley, where you're there every week, you know the course. You start knowing where you got to put your ball. You know what's expected. But when you go to a new course, there's sometimes you don't know what to expect. That's the challenges of going to new courses. So sometimes I don't really golf good. And then after the break here, we'll talk about golf leagues and maybe you should check into local golf courses. Here's another one. I love this public course. It's a 9-hole course again, Potawatomi Golf Course in St. Charles at 845 North 2nd Avenue in St. Charles. If you take 25, it's on the river, so if you take 25, there'll be a sign that says Potawatomi Golf Course. You turn down there. And actually, that would be 2nd Avenue. So if you're coming off of 64, if you're coming off of 25, it's a side street there. This course, first hole, par 5, dog leg. You got to get that drive out there again. And then you don't want to go too far. You want to get that about 220, 230 drive. Gets you away from the trees so you could turn right and head to play the par 5. Sloping greens, a lot of trees on the side. The second hole, I think, is the easiest hole on that course, par 4. Nothing fancy with it. The third hole, folks, that's a very interesting par 4 because you got to shoot onto an island onto the Fox River. But it's not a straight shot. You got to go out. You have no choice. Straight as you can be, closer to the river, turn left on a 90-degree dogleg, and get that ball on a very, very narrow green with not a lot of stuff around you with the island. You can get onto that. I have birdied that one twice. I like this course because I shoot good there, and I like the feel of this course. I played there for quite a long time with on Sunday mornings. The trick is if I'll give you a little tip, if you want the early morning tee times on Sunday, you have to call in after 12 o'clock on Thursdays to reserve that early morning Sunday tee time. That's the only time they take those tee times is after 12 o'clock. It's got 4 out of 5 stars out of this. It is a great, reasonable price 9-hole course. If you heat played it, go play it. Yeah, here you go. I'm looking it up right now. Wayne Park just showed back up out of here. And if it gives me, I'd like to know, maybe Steve Thorne's listening. He can actually, Wayne Park Golf Course, National Register of Historic Places. Yep. So they have a lot of history there. And they got a lot of image. If you go online and you just look up golf courses, you'll get pictures of these courses that I am actually talking to you about right now. So let me see. Let's go to another one. Here you go. 18-hole course I haven't played at in a long, long time, which is Randall Oaks. I heard they redid a lot of the holes there over the last 2 years. That is on 4101 Binney Road in West Dundee, right off of Randall Road, just west of Randall Road. Randall Oaks, they only give it 3.5 stars, but you know what? I got to go play that. It's going to be on my list this year. It's been a long time to do that course. So I'm on a map right here. See, it was a course that Walter Payton played at a lot. That's where I saw Walter Payton there because his mother had a house right down the road on Binney Road, and he loved playing at Randall Oaks. A lot. There's reviews. People say a lot of great things. If you want to look at this up here too, we got another bunch of them too in the Fox Valley area. So I got a map. So maybe we'll get into some of these other maps here. Apple Orchard is in Bartlett. That's a par 3 little course there. Great to take the kids and the family to get them started and all that. I guess we're going to go to a break here. And after the break, we'll get back to more golf. Stay Stay tuned here at Tea Time with David Tees.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp them all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
Since 1960, Fox Valley Fire and Safety has been dedicated to caring for our customers and protecting our community. What began in a family basement with just 2 employees has grown into a team of more than 300, supported by nearly 200 service vehicles. But our mission has never changed. We're here to keep the people and businesses we serve safe. Our service technicians are available 24/7, 365 days a year across Northern Illinois, because your safety can't wait. To learn more, visit foxvalleyfire.com or call 847-695-5990. A proud member of the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, supporting the local business community.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
Listen this Sunday afternoon to Handle on the Law.
I know we're at an at-will date, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what, you're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yep, he can do that.
Yeah,
That's California. Yep, welcome.
It's Handle on the Law this Sunday afternoon from 4 to 7 right here on WRMN.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
When it comes to orthopedic and spine surgery, Prime Healthcare St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin leads the way. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a high performer across multiple surgery types, we offer advanced and minimally invasive procedures supported by state-of-the-art imaging technology. Our expert surgeons and compassionate care teams are here to help you move, heal, and live better every step of the way. St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, exceptional care close to home.
Everybody, welcome back to Tea Time with David Tees here on Saturday morning at WRMN Radio 1410 AM downtown Elgin. I know a caller is on the line. I'll get to you here in a second. We got a lot of people chiming in on YouTube here, and we're going to talk some more about this, but let's take this caller really quickly. If you want to make a call, you call us in at 847-931-1410 or text us at 505-926-1410 or just chime in if you're watching live on YouTube. Make a comment. So let's get to this caller right here. Hello, caller. Who are we talking to?
It's Ken Husky.
Hey, Ken. How you doing?
Hey, fine. I'm ready to tee it up. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, did you get out this week? I mean, we had some nice, beautiful days. I think Tuesday was the better day of them all.
I got out, I think it was a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I played at Golf Club of Illinois.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, you mentioned Potawatomi.
Yes.
And Wing Park. We're surrounded in this area by a couple of historic golf courses. Potawatomi, an interesting story that I read about it. It was in a book by Robert Trent Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about different courses that he designed. And very early in his career, he lived in New York, and he got a telephone call from a man by the name of Lester Norris. And Mr. Norris said that he was on the park board for the city of St. Charles,
Mm-hmm.
and that the city was interested in building a 9-hole golf course along the Fox River. And he wanted Robert Trent Jones to come in from New York and meet with him to talk about a possible project. And so Robert Trent Jones says, I got on the train in New York, and I get into Chicago, and here's Mr. Norris there to meet me with his big black Packard. And we drove out to St. Charles, and he said eventually I took the job, and that course was built in 1939. And not only that, Mr. Norris also owned an estate along Route 25 in St. Charles, and Robert Trent Jones built a 9-hole golf course on his estate. That does not exist anymore. But also what Robert Trent Jones found out was not only was Lester Norris on the park board, he was kind of the head of the park board, and he was also on the board of directors for Texaco Oil Company.
Wow.
The man had money, and it's a fabulous course. When you get to the third hole is probably one of the very first island greens.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's a challenge. Also, you mentioned Wing Park, and you mentioned Bob Thorne, who's Steve's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Was Steve's dad, and Bob Thorne is one of 3 people to hold the scoring record at Wing Park of 29 for 9 holes.
Wow.
The other 2 gentlemen are Mike Lehman, who is the director of golf for the city of Elgin. And I think he captured that 29 a number of years ago when he may have been in high school, may have been out of high school, I'm not sure. And the first to hold that record was my great-uncle, Al Husky, who was the first to shoot through 29 at Wing Park.
Wow.
Which opened in the fall of 1908.
Yes. I saw that there, 1908. But there was a question asked to me. Lord, I wonder, was it you or which one was it? Let me look through this here. What's the oldest municipality operated golf course in Illinois? Which was you. I looked that up.
Wing Park.
Wing Park, yeah. It was Wing Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is. I knew there was a couple, but, with golf courses closed down.
My great uncle told me a story when he was a kid, about 8 years old. He'd go downtown Elgin to Bloom's restaurant, get some sandwiches, walk over to the train station to meet a man and his wife who would come in from Chicago every weekend. They rent a buggy, they get on the buggy and go out to Wing Park, play 9 holes of golf, and he would caddy for them. They'd eat their sandwich lunch, and then they'd get on the buggy and go back to the train station and back to Chicago.
Wow.
So Wing Park, that was one of the first courses in this area other than Jackson Park. And here's a couple in Chicago coming all the way out to Elgin to play golf.
First place I ever played golf at was Wing Park.
Yeah.
So it has
It's
history.
still a great little golf course. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
People say, oh, well, it's short and all this. But the greens are small, and And now at our age, anything is difficult anyway. So.
Hey, you know, that third hole at Wing Park with the fence line with all the houses there, yeah, you slice a little bit there and you're bouncing off a tree. So you could end up behind a house or a yard, or you could get that lucky shot right onto the fairway.
You know, David, originally all of those holes were staked out in one day.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know how much they paid the man that designed the course, but he also designed Medina number 3.
Ooh.
He was the Johnny Appleseed of golf course designers.
Yeah.
And I'm talking and trying to remember his name, and somehow I'm forgetting it. But all the holes there had names. They had names for all the holes. Like number 1 was Lark. Number 2 was called, number 3 was Eastward. And that's the hole that you were talking about, where if you hit right, you're in somebody's backyard. Yeah. But that was called Eastward. And then the next one, they had a number of unusual names. Number 9 is called a Wee Drop.
Okay. Yeah.
You know.
So yeah,
because the designer was a Scotsman.
That's I did not know they had their own little names.
A Wee Drop.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. We're going to get on to some more. Well, we got some people chiming in. We got to get together. I'd like to play with you at Potawatomi Park.
Well, it'd be nice. We can maybe do that this summer.
You got it, buddy.
That's what this course is. That's what this show is all designed for. Get you some free golf, right?
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But I'm going to go to the golf show. Remember, that starts February 27th. Yeah. So,
okay, I'll go. I'm taking up too much time.
Well, thank you. You're not taking up time, but thank you. As a matter of fact, thanks, Ken Husky, for calling in there and talking about Wing Park. I did not know that they actually had. I did not know they actually had names. That's interesting. See, you learn something every day. Let me see. Chief Guard of the Republic says Great Lakes Naval Base, training base, allows civilians to use their golf courses. Many military bases around the nation also allow civilians to golf there. So keep that in mind. Sue Castle chimed in and says, I'm driving the cart. Yeah, that's going to be fun. She'll be like driving all over the place there. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see. Well, Ken, who was just on there, what is the oldest municipal golf course? We found that out. Wing Park, 1908. Brendan, hey, Brendan, how you doing? I see you there listening. You're up. Let's see. The Annihilators say run by Plank Road. I don't know what that means. And then Wing Park Clubhouse, a new Wing Park Clubhouse. Then Ken Husky, once again, Wing Park opened up in 1908 again. So basically, yeah, there's some stuff right there. Let's talk a little bit about fun stuff with golf. Like I said, I played in a league since I was 24, 25, 25. I started over at Rolling Knolls in Elgin. If anybody wants to talk about that course, Rolling Knolls is off of Rorson Road and Bodie Road. I'll tell you what, that's where I started my Tuesday night league. Into there was an individual league, which I won that twice, once in 2008 and 2010. And I got the plaque from the course because the course closed down. That course, you had to wear a hard hat there or a hockey mask because it was extremely, extremely tight. Trees, yeah, there's a lot of trees, but my Lord, there's a lot of yelling fours and everybody ducking on every hole because just about you just didn't know where balls came from in that course. It was so tight. It was short. 18-hole course. You started out as a 9 and an 18, and then, they mixed things up throughout the years. Tim and Tom Schneider owned that golf course, too. It was sad to see it close down. That was a great place. Had some great fish fries there and a lot of great people. I had a lot of great memories being there in that league for probably about 20 years, just about. Yeah. So, and I missed that course. I never got hit by a ball. I know some people that have gotten hit by balls a lot. But if anybody, and Ken, I know you remember this too, to put a smile on your face, hole number 9, come into the clubhouse. Wow. You had to either use your putter or a 56-degree loft, and you go over the trees, and you're elevated. You don't see the green. It drops, and it's only like, anybody want to help me? 88 yards at the most, 86 yards, par 3. Just dropping green. You don't see it. You either use your putter or just take that shot for luck, or you can see if you can lift it over the trees and drop it onto the green. I wish I had a picture of that. Maybe I'll have to go through some of my photos and see if I can find that picture. Craziest little par 3 I've ever seen in my life. Other than that, that was a fun time playing over there. And I know the Annihilators played there too, and all that good stuff. But leagues are fun. There's a lot of courses that have leagues. Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights. One of the things I like about the league at Rolling Knolls, it was an individual league. And then when they closed down, I went to Pinecrest. I went to Pinecrest to get in a team league, which is 2-on-2. There were a total of 36 teams there. We had a shotgun start at 4:45 or 5 o'clock there, and it was 2-on-2 handicap league. It was challenging. There were some good golfers, but sometimes when you get into like that, you got some good golfers with 1 handicaps, 2 handicaps. They're bombers on their drives. They're driving 300 yards, and you're like, oh wow. But the handicap helps you out of that whole thing because if you got a 10 or 9 handicap, they got to stroke you a hole for every. If they're a 1 and you're a 9 or 10, hey, you get some strokes. That's what makes up the difference. And if you're golfing good, you kind of frustrate the guy with the 1 handicap. He gets really frustrated. But the only thing I didn't like about being in some of these leagues is some of these guys took it too seriously. You're out there having fun. You're out there to have a good time, but you're not also out there to be a freak on the golf course like my buddy Sam. Anybody want to golf and watch a fun show? That's a fun show. People lose their mind golfing. I've seen clubs thrown. I've seen clubs broken. I've seen him lose his mind pounding on the ground. Yeah, he is a freak show out there on the golf course. But after a while, it starts getting fun. It gets funny with him. And, he's very passionate. He likes to compete. But, man, he thinks every shot's supposed to be perfect down the middle or right there. Anybody want to come with me and Sam one day golfing? Ask John Payne, who is on Fantasy Football Blitz. We've seen some stuff with him. But, yeah, people take it too seriously. You're out there having fun. And that's why we were asked not to return back to the team league at Pinecrest because I guess after 12 years, they just couldn't take Sam anymore. Yelling and screaming and cussing and throwing things all over the place. So I got to look for a new golf league this year. So if anybody's got any recommendations for a new golf league, I'm going to be checking out. I heard Marengo has one out there on Wednesday. Bowes Creek, I know, has one out there. I know the Highlands, Pat Fellows has a league on Thursdays over there. So, yeah, these are some of the things I'm kind of like looking to get into a new league. And I want to go back to a singles league. I want to be able to, not have to argue with my teammate, or listen to him scream and yell, and then he's bringing you down. I just like to go back to myself. I don't know. But play golf with us once, Ken. You'll never want to play with that guy again. Trust me on that. Oh, but yeah, so there's women leagues out there. My sister is in a league over at Bowes Creek on Tuesday nights. So, and it's fun. You get out there, you play golf, you like the game, you're in a league, then everybody goes in for a drink afterwards and has a good time. Let's talk about some more courses really quickly that I actually like going out here. Anybody ever have a chance to play Crystal Woods on Route 47 and 176? That I played that course twice last year and once the year before. That course has matured and came a long way. It's another good place to go play. I actually like it. Challenging course. Another one is Ken Husky was talking about the third hole at Potawatomi Park. If you ever played Tana Farms, which is out in, hold on a second, Elburn? No. It might be Elburn, Geneva area out there. One of the things about Tana Farms is the first hole is a par 3 island in the middle, right in the middle. island in there, par 3. I believe it's 150 yards, 159 yards. But what really blows your mind on that hole right there is the fact is that you're there early in the morning. And I like to get out there early in the morning, 8, 7, between 7 and 9. That sun is just right in your eyes. You can't see the green. So when you get that point and that sun's like right there in your eyes, you can't see the green. It makes it a lot of challenging. And you hope that somebody's watching their ball. And when you got the goofball sitting next to you talking and not shutting up, I didn't see where the ball went. That drives me nuts too. I sit there quietly and watch everybody else's ball. But that being said, Tanna Farms, the first hole, wow. That's the one right there. It's a good course. It's challenging. It was a newer course. Up into there. I actually like Red Tail in Lakewood. Anybody play Red Tail? I've actually liked playing there. One of my favorite courses to play at up in that area. It's a challenging course, reasonably priced and all that. So up into that. We also like to play, there's another course that I can't remember where I went to. It's been so many courses. Oh, Lord. I actually got to play, which is there no longer there. What is that? Indian Lakes Resort, which was in Bloomingdale. That played that course. It was kind of fun, but that's no longer in existence. And I believe the golf course, if anybody could tell me or call in if the golf course is still open, that used to be behind Pheasant Run or next to Pheasant Run there. Pheasant Run is torn down, but I don't know if they kept the course. I played there. Not a bad course, but, I got to play Royal Hawk, the Royal Hawk Country Club, which is in St. Charles off of Bochum Road. That's a private country club there. Played that a few times. That's a lot of fun to play there. So get ready. Golf simulator places. We talked about that. Get out and help these guys out. Go. Get your swing. You get to play courses around the world on these simulators. I've never done it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it here probably next week or two. I want to go check out the new place in St. Charles and check that out. And remember, like we talked about at the beginning of the show here, you have the golf show, which is actually coming up here on February 27th over at the Danley Stevenson Convention here. Hold on a second here. I don't know what it costs to get into this place here. Yeah, the Download East Stevenson Convention Center, which will be going on February 27th to March 1st in why can't I talk today? Rosemont. Go in there and check out the golf show. Grab yourself a beer, walk around, check out all the booths, and you get some free stuff. You walk out of there with, you get some ball markers, some free golf tees, but you get to check out some of the nice equipment. And there's some used equipment there. And, there's some wheeling and dealing going on in there. But I like going in there and every year. So, hey, why not? What are you doing on that day in February? There's nothing going on that day. So why not just do that? We got to get a soundbite on this thing here. I'm going to look at this here. If not, I'm going to get a soundbite put on here. I'd like to get a golf ball, drop it into the cup on here for this show. We need that soundbite. Anybody? Get it on the board. That's all I like to see. Let's go on to the next thing. Anybody else want to call in and say, hey, let's check this out? Orchard Valley. Any courses you like to play? Like I said, I played quite a few different ones. I like to get more out there. I like to go to different places. This is what this show's going to be about. We got one here. Hillside Golf Club, which is obviously in Hillside. 3.5 stars. Golf Review Hoffman. Well, it's in Hoffman Estates. What if that's the one that runs right along by the I-90? That's actually in Hoffman Estates. That is 1625 Ardwick Drive in Hoffman Estates. Looking at my map here. Klein Creek Golf Course. The golf club. They're all golf clubs. That's in Winfield. That's a 3.5 star. That's on 1 North 333 Pleasant Hill Road in Winfield. That actually has 3.5 stars. Here's another place I got to play, guys. Cog Hill. Cog Hill has 4 courses. That's where Tiger Woods won the PGA Championship. That was called Dub's Dread. That was the course that actually was the PGA professional course. I got to play on that 2 years ago with Ed Dring. And once again, Ken, I got to play there for free. I love free golf. That was a spectacular course. I was stoked because I'm playing a professional PGA course where Tiger Woods won it and won the championship because I like Tiger Woods. I always watch Tiger Woods. I like the story of his age and how guy was just phenomenal golfer. And I was just so stoked to see that. Hold on a second. I'm getting a comment. Okay. So anyhow, I was just so stoked to play there. I actually shot pretty decent. It is a hard course. I mean, I was just totally impressed. You ever get a chance? It's in Wilmot? Or no, Lamont. And you get a chance, go play that. Dubstrud is a spectacular course. I got to go to, speaking of Tiger, I got to go to Medina a couple years ago to watch the BMW Classic PGA Tour, which was at Medina, and Tiger was there. Phil Mickelson, all the greats were there. And I followed Tiger around. It was, I know he's getting up there in age. It might have been the last time and the only time I got to see him. But Medina, wow, what a spectacular course. Some of those holes are, I just actually loved going there and watching these guys play because, wow, if you've never been to a PGA golf tour show, it's kind of like a show, but, you ever go to watch one, you should go to one. If it's at Medina. Yeah, I was surprised. It wasn't that much money, but you go to it, watch these guys play. It's just amazing how you drive a ball 300 yards. I mean, God, I'd be lucky if I got 250 or 240 as I get older, But just watching these guys using a 9-iron and shooting 175 yards. I mean, it's just remarkable. I can't even do that with a 9-iron. But you ever get a chance, you'll enjoy it. The food, the venue, the entertainment. And so, you know what? One of the things about a lot of these golf guys here, like Phil, talks to people. A lot of these guys like to interact with the crowd and talk with them, especially on certain days. But Sunday, the last day of the tournament, they don't really talk to too much because the guys that want to win it, it's all about money. How you stand in there is all about money. So next week, I know this is our first show. Next week is going to be more fun. I'm going to go to his golf simulator. I'm going to see if I can get a product here. Ken Hunley. I'd like to bring him in here, Ken, if you're listening, to talk about your golf workout machine, which actually drives 30 or 40 more yards onto your drive. So by working out with that machine and go to some golf simulators. Anybody want to reach out, you guys can text me or email me at tizo6519@aol.com and say, Dave, let's go golfing. Let's go check out a simulator place. That's our music. We're going to get ready. Next week will be a better show. Thanks for listening to the first Tea Time with David Tees here today. And we'll get a better show for you guys next week. Next show up here is On the Rise. Get ready to listen to some sports going on in the Chicagoland area. Thanks, everybody, and have a good Saturday.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life